Welcome back to Dream Daddy.
Been a little while.
Has indeed been a while. Last we left off, we had just gone on a event with Matt, I do believe.
Yes, we did. We weren't as successful as when we went with Damien, unfortunately.
No, that's true. We weren't able to find him at the concert, so he probably didn't enjoy the experience. Also, who next? I'm not really sure about how this game works in one sense. So, let's say we went, just for example, we went with Craig, right?
That's the wrong choice, but go on.
But Craig. If we did, and then like, what would that do to our relationship with these two? And because if we can like go on different dates and everything, what does that actually do to the,
the ending?
The ending, yeah.
Well, as far as I can determine, it seems to me like this is very much a what do you call it game?
Linear?
Otome? Yeah, where you pick and then just keep picking it if you want to go with them.
True. But if we go like to somebody else, then what's going to change? Are we going to lose our chance on Damien if we go on different routes, for example, right now?
I don't think so, as long as we probably don't do like the last heart for them. Because I don't know what the current... I think it's 3 hearts, isn't it? Like 3 really good dates?
I think so, yeah.
Then, if we do go on 3 dates with Damien or whatever, then we'll probably be locked into his thing until the end.
So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should go to someone else, or just like spotlight Damien until the end and then try something else?
Well, I think the most organized way to do it would be to go with Damien, finish off his thing,
and then go to somebody else,
and then move on to somebody else, and then we can explore that route.
Well, maybe we'll contact up Damien again.
Yeah.
How do you do? So we go ahead and message him.
Yep. Yeah, I was right. It's 3 hearts.
Yeah. Okay. Don't eat too close to your bedtime, everybody at home.
Do it once, do it right. That's a really good tip. I can't remember who is reading, because I'm going to be voicing Damien. So, do you want me to voice both, or do you want to do the dad?
Good question. I'll do the dad.
Okay. Good old Caston. Caston, what was the last name again?
Thinking about them, they probably want to hear from you. That's a good advice. But it's text. I'm not going to call somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're busy. I don't want to intrude.
Well, the thing is, with calling, I always feel like if you... It's you.
I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad Book and I start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door.
Dad, you got a letter.
Oh, is it from Grandma?
No, it's from Damien.
Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, that dude goes all out. I pour off the seal and unfold the letter in the most beautiful calligraphy. The letter reads...
I'm going to let that go all the way before I try to read it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do the letters appearing throw you off?
Yes, and it's in cursive, which is not my best thing. Dearest Caston, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my most sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Caston, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmarch.
Amanda and I both look up from the letter.
Wow.
He's good.
So you're going to catch a movie with him?
Yeah, I better message him on Dad Book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut.
You have to write him back. A real letter.
But my handwriting looks like 2 toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Same. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That is so cool.
Will you help me? I need to class this up.
Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter.
Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop on the laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem to like romantic comedy kind of guy.
Oh, here's one.
Vampire Crusade 2?
Evil Never Dies.
I don't know. That sounds kind of stupid.
Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the inui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head.
Really?
Nah. There's just lots of blood and vampire titties.
Well, let's roll the dice.
Alice? Yeah? You need to do your laundry.
I purchase the tickets and print them out, and then I sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing.
I'm gonna cut this.
Can I go back? No, I can't do that thing. I didn't know you could.
Yeah, I can edit anything.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So just so everybody knows, I'm gonna add in this little section here. One of my grandparents was yelling down, so it interrupted the gameplay, and you might have to deal with a little bit of that, having that voice in there. But I'm gonna try to edit the rest out. So there you go. Go for it.
Damien, I do hope this letter that finds you in good health. Hey, or good morrow to you on this fine eve.
I think either the first or the second.
Yeah, the last one's like trying too hard.
Yeah, I think so.
I do hope this letter finds you in good health.
Good one. What's next?
Hey, remember when your son tried the cask of Amontillado on that kid? You been good? I must confess my amateur control of the written word.
I like the third one.
Me too. Because that's like, he's trying, but being honest about his ability.
Yeah. Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let me know how you're feeling. Just like the paranormal ice road truckers.
Exactly. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves in the last we met. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up.
I like the middle one. Because you just said, I hope the letter finds you in good spirits.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be repeating it. Not bad. Good actiony sentence. Ask him to hang out already.
True art takes time, Amanda. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored by the situation at hand. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Let me, get at that.
I like the first one.
Okay.
Bring it home, Pops.
Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. I would very much enjoy your company, accompanying me to the cinema. It would bring great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. I like the last one because the middle one is repetitive.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on, guys.
Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. I always say the theater, but I always misspell it as the theater.
I say it with the TRE.
That's what I always do.
Because I'm a snob.
Me too.
Enclosed you'll find 2 tickets to the Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, hard daps, namaste, or we'll carry on.
I think best wishes.
I agree. He doesn't seem like a namaste kind of guy, exactly.
Yeah. You.
And then I sign my name, my full name, fancier that way. Caston Saris.
It's a cool name.
It is actually. Is this okay?
Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Oh, it's Comic Sans.
Oh, not quite. It's a little different, but it's not good either way. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last time we met. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored by the situation at hand. It would bring me a great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed you'll find 2 tickets to the Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, Caston Saris.
You spelled his name wrong.
Anime falls on face. Insert here. What?
Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. I don't think he's going to be into the movie.
Yeah, probably
I really
not.
don't think he's going to be into it. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox.
Can I seal it with tape?
No. That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back.
They're gonna get a wax seal, aren't they?
Probably.
Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. Yep.
You gotta have a wax seal.
She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing...
Here it is, your sigil.
A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome.
Oh, cute. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch.
Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh?
Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called the guy. Called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good.
I don't want to know if any of this is true. I actually hope that is true.
Yeah, me too.
I head outside and walk to Damien's house. I slip the letter in the slot in his door and go back home.
Mission accomplished?
Now we can play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around and I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing into the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up at the theater a little bit early.
That's not the way that I spell it.
That's the incorrect spelling. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice.
How do you do?
I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for?
I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you.
Doesn't he know not to end sentences in 4? Was that thunder? Is it going to rain soon?
I didn't hear anything.
No, it was just him approaching. What?
Oh, my.
Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please allow me to repay the deed in Sour Packs Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds. The first one is the first one.
I agree. That's the correct one.
Milk Duds.
Let's do it.
Milk Duds.
We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us.
My dad's here.
Turn around to find Lucien standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids.
Oh.
He's too punky to be goth.
I can see it. I mean, he does look way more punky than goth. But there's a little bit of it in him.
He might be neo. He might be a little bit of neo.
A neo-goth.
Or a neo-goth, or maybe a neo-emo.
He's a progressive goth, either way.
Yeah. I do like his eyeliner.
He's rebelling against his dad's goth by being
but
emo punk.
Yeah, and even Damien, I wouldn't say is goth per se. He's too Victorian for that.
He's very Victorian. He is goth. Like the kind of the truest sense of the word, or its original term, was kind of like this. He's like the first type of goth before they delved into more modern things.
Yeah, like wearing only black and long coats and things like
metal
that.
and the things that kind of transformed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's very Victorian.
Yeah. Anyway, Lucien, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are watching me see some kid's movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. He loves it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies.
What?
You? Watching that?
Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it.
Ha! Good luck with that, Dad.
Lucien rejoins his friends, and I look over to Damien. Good luck with that.
It's nothing. My son loves to tease.
We wait in line for a little longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong.
This movie's gonna suck.
Yeah. Damien and I take our seats and settle for the previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest.
What if he doesn't like horror movies?
Oh, is he going to be terrified? Either he's going to be terrified or he just, like, hates the idea of, like, butchering this kind of concept. I'm not sure which way it's going to go.
I would do the first one.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Vampires, huh?
Yeah.
The movie hasn't even started yet, dude. What's your problem?
Oh, gosh. We have Milk Duds here. Come on. Everything is perfectly fine.
Huh.
I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. He's afraid of scary movies.
You're right. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Well, of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying.
Oh, terrifying indeed. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white, and it looks like he's about to rip his armrest off.
He could if he's a vampire.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Don't lie.
The lights dim for the film.
Ah!
Damien screams.
I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all.
We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one, and I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. The Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
I was gonna I was gonna point something out, but now I can't remember what it was. Never mind.
In a vampire world where evil never dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin.
I guess I could do
Awaken my coven.
Oh.
Two more vampires slide to the tops of the stone coffins under the floor.
Brother, is it time?
Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera.
For the Vampire Crusade!
This rules. The trio of vampires
sucks.
the vampires flies off to the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment in the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting at the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it's good to finally meet you. General, I agree, it's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus reaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Good thing this is a 3D movie. It looks like the blood is splattering all over our faces.
It is!
I could have sworn it was staining my clothes. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh my.
That wasn't vampiric blood, that was human blood.
You're right.
I'm terribly sorry.
Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap.
I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got an extremely scary section.
Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit he's afraid of it.
Oh, he's so good.
I wish he could hold my hand again.
Aw.
Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie.
No! Incorrect.
Ask questions more accurately. What did he say? Tell a dad joke, point out the plot hole, ask what's happening. Yeah.
To lighten him, he's scared. I would tell a dad joke.
But also, telling a plot hole can help him not see it as a real thing, you know?
You could do that.
It will kind of break his immersion. Like, oh, that's so unrealistic, and what about that, you know?
Yeah.
Asking what's happening is just stupid.
Yeah, I agree. Either one.
It's hard to know. I'm going to point out the plot hole. Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets?
Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint.
He should be like, I don't know anything about guns. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it actually is to do to create your own thing, huh?
Oh!
It's too real!
I was just going to say, the game makers just looked at the camera.
Yeah, they did. Kind of like how earlier we were discussing the little plot holes that this game had.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, look, that's an anachronism. I can't speak. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts.
No.
Romulus and the general's wife begin making out hard.
What?
The film fades to black, and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmela, who watch the two from afar. Oh no! Twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end.
Huh.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Best movie I've ever seen.
Oscar for sure.
Doesn't make me hate the fact that modern media has got a hold of vampires again and ruined it again.
Davey and I walked out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He seems kind of invigorated.
More pale than a vampire? Come on. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. No!
No, it was bad. I can tell it was bad. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll.
Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk in the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater.
Oh,
Lovely night, isn't it?
as lovely as the company, yes. Oh, he is so smooth! It's like butter.
He thinks I'm
Delicious,
lovely.
smooth
Damn,
butter.
okay, here comes the smooth response. Cool.
I think thanks is a good one.
Yeah.
No. Problem?
Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward, I'm sure. Yeah, I sure am one smooth operator.
The correct thing was, but not as lovely as you, but...
Yeah, exactly, wasn't an option. Are you getting a little hungry? We can maybe stop off and grab something to eat.
Or maybe we could get a Damien to eat, you know what I'm saying? Worry not, friend. I have a plan.
We turn to the corners and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? Are we going in there?
Little bit of Victorian flavor, Caston. Trust me. Also, the thing I was going to say is you can tell how to say something like a British person by instead of saying at all, you say at all.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I say it.
I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk to the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. You gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery like this. Strangely romantic.
Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say?
With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that?
That's what I was wondering. Under my cloak?
Oh, right.
Don't call it a cake.
Damien unfolds the blanket, and we both sit down. Gazing out at the city lights, he produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses.
In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once royal graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plan light and fine sculptures.
That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How were you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
I wasn't.
He sighs deeply.
Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about ancient blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. So I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Sorry.
Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie.
It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one thanks to your help.
Oh.
Graveyards, however, I think there is something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. Dude. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think, gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. Dude. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second.
We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance I see shadowy figures in the trees. What is that?
I'm not sure.
It's Lucian, performing blood magic rituals. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear, and as it begins slowly toward us, its shapes take a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster.
Woof!
Oh.
It's a dog.
As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest and dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily.
Oh, what a beautiful dog. Nope.
Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see...
I was going to say it's Robert.
Ah.
Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids.
So does Robert actually have a child, or is it just the dog? He's a dog dad.
Could be, Dog Dad. Don't know.
What? Sorry, I forgot. I accidentally clipped. I didn't see it. I didn't know you had a dog.
Hey.
This isn't my dog.
Oh, okay.
I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids.
Damien and I share a look.
May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry.
Damien reaches into the depths of its cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in
He's
there?
got a TARDIS on his back.
Yeah, for real. The dog laps up to the treat and crunches away. Tail wagging furiously, Damien continues to smooth down her fur.
Thanks. My absolute pleasure.
Damien shakes the dog's paw.
Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again.
Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs.
Oh.
Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog such as a terrier or Maltese.
True.
I think big dogs are nice too.
Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
I do believe we had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home?
Damien hops to his feet and extends his hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep.
Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight.
Damien, it was my pleasure.
Caston, if you'll allow me, it would bring me a great joy to offer you a token of my affection.
Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on this. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships.
I like the first and the third one.
Probably that one.
A noble purpose.
Damien shuffles his feet.
I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you.
Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushed and hastily retracts his hand.
I must take my leave. Good night.
Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Did he vanish? He swiveled his cape and was just gone?
Probably.
Hey.
Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant.
Hey. Hey, Dad, what's up?
Were you watching me from the window? Were you up all night trying to figure out where I was? You hypocrite.
No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie?
Lots of vampire titties.
Best kind. Told you.
But as it turns out, Damien is Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yep, he's so cool it's scary. Nice save, Caston. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that.
Wow, that's pretty punk.
Also, we saw a dog. The highlight of the evening. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though.
Sweetie. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf?
How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow.
I don't trust you.
Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you?
I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight.
Always help a friend in need. Thanks, Dad. Date complete. How do we do? So many points.
Yeah,
My
boy!
dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so ultimately you've won.
Yeah. And Sonic would have just been like, all right.
Interview with a Vampire is the best vampire movie in existence.
Noted. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. But what about what we just watched, though? I think that was the best vampire movie of all time. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some help. Sorry, I need some sleep. Yeah, that kid needs some help. As I
Gotcha.
pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops.
No. Not right now.
Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door.
What was the name of that jerk she was hanging out with?
I don't remember. It's been too long. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body.
No.
Is everything okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did something happen, or leave her alone?
I'm not going to leave her alone. She needs to talk about this.
Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. Go away.
Something must have happened. Or
Yes. No. I must persist. I'm going to be the best
Amanda.
dad. Get out.
Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow. What has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. She's usually so open with me. Did I do something wrong? Is she mad at me? I guess if she wasn't before, she definitely is now. I can't even remember the last time she snapped at me like that. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda.
Morning.
She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today?
No.
Okay. Do you need a ride to school?
No.
Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster level and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking.
I have to go. Oh.
Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get back up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. Because she screamed for ice cream. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse, but I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading to the kitchen, like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin!
What?
Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it.
1 second. Shut up! Criminy!
So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have Dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
No.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping you'd speak a language you both understood. I could speak a language you both understood. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da!
Dad.
It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%.
Oh, best cake.
That is.
This is beautiful.
It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug.
While he's holding the cake?
I grab some. Yeah, what? You squished it. Your white tree shirt. No. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake.
So it's really stupid. No, it's not.
What is?
The whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to give you a chart. Make you a chart.
I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how MR is going to that fancy art school in California, right?
Emma R. The one who puked in Dead Goth and Beyond? The best friend or the other one?
I'm trying to remember. There was Amanda R.
I don't remember. I'm just like her real dad.
Yeah.
Because we'd already discussed this, right?
the best friend, I think, is the one.
I'm gonna go with that. That just sounds rude.
Yeah.
You got it! Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, proud of you.
Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letters, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. Just thought it was all in my head for a while, but I found out that from Rosie M. that both the Emmas, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie's F on the same night, and they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final.
Yikes.
So, another piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah. We know, and Noah. That's the thing.
Yep. What? Who? I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that.
You're a bad liar.
So are you.
Learn from the worst.
Fair.
So, anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was MR, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amanda sighs. Oh, sorry.
No, we just did that thing we did earlier. It's
Yeah.
okay.
And one day I invite everyone out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos.
Totally understandable.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there? Not but Grace, Emma P, and MR, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos, without me. That's crap!
That really is. What?
It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around MR, which is kind of weird, right? You! Probably underage lady who's probably very nice in her own time, but she's very annoying me right now.
Right.
Bitch. But then they kiss.
No.
Yes, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey! And then Grace straps a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me.
Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... Did she poop the bed too?
I think she's the gossipy one.
Yeah.
I know. But I think we had a
Yeah.
good guess there, because I
I
think they're all
know.
gossipy in this
Yeah.
sense.
Oh.
Grace is the one nobody really likes, or at least that's right, or I guess that's me now. Oh no.
Aw.
But anyway, nobody will say anything. I'm just like, you guys suck, which really is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed and just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos and might add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, which I immediately drafted over a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? Yes.
What did MR say? I'm a little confused, but I think I understand.
No, I got it.
That one, I guess.
No. What did she say?
Oh,
Are you not following?
maybe not perfectly.
Okay, so she told MR that she...
No, you don't have to go over that.
Okay.
I just misunderstood, like, the top. I thought the top... I didn't think the top one was concurring that I understood.
Yeah. Oh, okay, get a load of this. MR says, let me just read it to you.
Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages.
Can you believe that?
I can believe that. I cannot believe that.
What does it say?
Exactly. I'm going to say I cannot believe that because that sounds like what she,
Yeah.
I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
They were dating in secret for like months.
Why was that so hard for you to understand, Caston?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Caston's an
pretty
idiot.
simple.
So I told her that she's being really terrible friend. She's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then...
She left her on red. Ooh. Wait, left me on red. What's that?
Caston's an idiot. Oh, like, so you saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are read receipts.
I don't know what a read receipt are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha.
So while all this is happening, I'm out talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's being kind of reasonable and venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and says, how could you say that about me? And then I'm like, say, what about you? And then he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of.
Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. Also, should we end this part here?
Probably.
and pick it up in the next part as she continues to steam.
How can she be so cool but have such crappy friends? They all suck.
I know.
I agree with her.
They must suck because she just seems really cool. I mean, do they have egg pins? Also, wasn't that egg pin on the other side of her shirt earlier?
I think they flipped the sprite.
I think they did. Those lazy. No, that's fine.
Maybe she just puts the pins on the other side sometimes.
I'm just going to remember what the game developers told us directly earlier. It's much easier to point out inconsistencies than it is to make our own things.
Which we plan to do anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully someday.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you all in the next part.
See you then.